Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a 9/9 portal reading for the collective. I'm doing this on September 10th, but this portal is open for the next 9 days, and it comes almost a month after Lionsgate, and it's helping us achieve balance. It's also known as the portal of consciousness. Nines are the completion of a cycle, so it's a time of new beginnings and a time to ditch the baggage, shed the past, and expect the resolution of karmic situations. It's important to note that our bodies may be acutely aware of the high frequency energy that it's being asked to hold as we embody these new light codes and as our DNA is activated with this 9/9 portal. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards before we get into our 9-card reading. Messages for the collective, please, for this 9/9 portal. So we have the moon, number 33. Beautiful intuition. You know, we also do have Chiron retrograding, you guys, which may be important for some of you, but Chiron, the wounded healer. Number 11, the cats. 1133 could be an important number sequence, or you may be seeing 333 or 1111. Important master numbers coming through. And number 28, the rider. Ooh, I love that. And overall energy, we get the zombies, number 21, so breaking down to another number 3. So when I see the zombie card, you guys, I definitely feel that many of you guys are going through a very deep awakening. It could be about current situations, or it could be just a higher level of consciousness that that you're stepping into. And so, the past, the lower vibrational timeline that you were on before and that you may be leaving certain people on is really dropping away. So this zombies card is a sign of trouble when it comes to family or to relationships. I also feel this relates to community as a whole. And the moon card, number 3, is telling you that it's very important here to trust your intuition and what it is that you may be dreaming about, because the answers that you're looking for are deep within. And so don't be afraid of what bubbles up at the surface right now. It's also a time of self-reflection and or a life-changing idea. Or for me, more than anything, this is about an awakening that this 9/9 portal, this activation is bringing to us. Now, number 11, some of you, this may relate to a twin flame journey, but it may not be for all of you. The cats is telling that there's somebody here who may be sly, or there may be some trickery around you. And again, this can be information that you feel like you're being fed, that your intuition is saying, you know what, this doesn't really work for me, or there's something off here. Now, this could be from a particular person, a personal relationship, a work situation, community, society as a whole. Okay, so take it how it resonates with you. It could also feel that some of you guys, you are shifting, like as you're shifting out of a negative timeline or a lower vibrational timeline, there are certain people, like I mentioned earlier with the zombies card, that you can't or you won't be taking with you, okay, and that are going to sort of drop away at this time. And number 28, we have this breaks down to a 10, which I really like here because this is talking about the completion. And 9s are also, this 9/9 portal, an energy of completion, but the simultaneous beginning. And it's these first initial steps that the rider is taking. I also feel like this is an interesting energy, this man on an ostrich. There may be somebody who is coming to visit, or it's an idea that you have had. It's like this awakening, seeing something very differently. And again, it's going to be different for all of us. It may be something, you know, having to do with society as a whole. It could have to do with our career, our passions, a work situation, or a particular love relationship or soulmate bond here. Okay, so really nice energy. 333, 1111. You guys might also be seeing 1010. And remember, this portal is open for the next 9 days. So you may be feeling a little bit of a denseness or heaviness as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 9-card spread just to see, you know, where your energy is, what you should be focusing on. Okay. So your current self, we have the Queen of Wands. Beautiful, fiery energy, passionate. Remember the Queen of Wands, we have this energy of cats. You know, you guys could be seeing cats. You guys could have, you know, your animal totem may be cats. Maybe you have a lot of cats. Interesting energy. Cats also, remember, they are... you know, they spend a lot of time sleeping and they're curled up because they know that they need every ounce of their energy to pounce when necessary. And that's what I'm really seeing. I'm seeing this shift in timelines that you guys are ready for, that you've been preparing for. The Queen of Wands is fiery energy. She's simultaneously pulling down light codes and channeling from above, as well as channeling from Mother Earth, Gaia energy. So it's very healing, very intuitive, very powerful energy that you guys are in. The theme of the next couple of weeks, we have the Three of Wands in reverse. So this is about, you know, being contemplative. This is about decisions. This is about pulling back, weighing up your options. It's maybe not necessarily about growth and expansion, but it's that preparation, as I was getting that sort of download about cats. Okay, sorry about that, a little minor interruption. They're doing some street cleaning outside, so it gets really loud. Okay, so the theme of the next couple of weeks with this Three of Wands in reverse is about contemplation, making a decision. Which path are you going to choose? Trusting your intuition, or, you know, is it, you know, it's about investigating, it's about being aware, making decisions for yourself as well, or, you know, sort of running with the pack here with the zombies energy. A key goal to pursue is the Chariot. So the Chariot is Cancerian energy. It's about ascension. It's about successful movement forward. This is an energy, a card of being a spiritual warrior. In this deck, I love this deck. She is, you know, she's got these 2 motorcycles are her chariot. So it's about really being, you know, it's about being the divine rebel here, you guys. And I'm really getting that energy here. Trusting your intuition, not being afraid to go against the grain. To not only think for yourself, but come to your own conclusions through critical thinking and investigation. An obstacle to overcome, the Seven of Swords. Beautiful. So this is about seeing what it is that isn't working for you. What doesn't quite make sense to you? What isn't in alignment with you? This is lies. This is deceit. So again, for some of you guys, this is about the community or society as a whole. And for others of you, this has to do about a particular relationship or something that you invest your time, your energy, your love, your money into, seeing what really, truly just doesn't work or isn't doing or returning what it says it's going to. All right, a major accomplishment, the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is a beautiful energy of commitment. It's about higher education. It's about society. It's about government institutions. You know, I think this is also about unmasking where you're getting your information, unmasking the truth of who you're with, who you spend time with, your beliefs. The Hierophant is about code of conduct. It's about being true and dedicated and quote unquote married to your authenticity, to your truth, and really stepping into that and knowing what that is. What to avoid, the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune here, you know, it's interesting. I'm an intuitive reader. This is, you know, this is destiny. We can't avoid destiny, but we do have free will. And so what I'm getting here, but the first thing I heard with this card was greed. avoid greed, or avoid doing things for 3D value. Do what's in alignment with you at the soul level, and then everything else will fall in place for you. The Wheel of Fortune is also what I'm seeing. Avoid what it is that, society or this person or family or culture or this relationship or religion, or what you see and hear on social media dictates to you as to what your destiny is. Because I feel like this 9-9 portal, and especially with this Chariot card, it's about being true to yourself. It's about being authentically you and in alignment, regardless of who you run with, regardless of who you make love to, regardless of, who's your family, what job you have, or what role or roles that you play throughout the day. And so it's like, it's just this energy of individuality that I love that's coming through. And that also, it's not that nothing is set in stone, but if there's something, if there's a role that you play that isn't in alignment with you, with the 7 of Swords, or isn't in alignment with you, then it's about unmasking that and seeing how you can do things that make you feel good, that make you, that allow you to walk your light or to work your light. And what I mean by that is what makes you happy. All right. What to embrace: the 2 of Cups, partnership, healing, love. So this is an energy of unity consciousness. So it's not about the other. It's not about, when we talk about leaving behind lower vibrational timelines, it's not about, okay, well, good, they're getting their karma, or I'm better than them, or better than that. It's about really shifting your point of attraction and your focus onto love and unity, and that we're all part of the same source energy. And the up-leveling that we do, the healing that we do, the concepts that we embrace, truth, love, compassion, healing, have profound effects on the collective. Where to find support: the Ace of Swords in reverse. What I'm getting is the Ace of Swords in reverse is interesting. It's not finding support in what you've been told to believe, or it's not in the mental body. I mean, I'm definitely a proponent here of critical thinking and investigation, but I feel like with the Moon card here, it's coming through very clear that you find support in what you know to be true, even if it's not what everybody else says is true. Because it's just this energy here of the divine rebel. What works for you? What is it that makes you happy? What feels good and what feels right? Okay, advice and encouragement, we have the Lovers. So this is about making a decision, but this is about embodying that unity consciousness. This is about achieving the masculine and the feminine balance within. And how do we do that? We do that by working our light. We do that by being in alignment. A lot of times, depending on where we've been raised, what society or the relationships that we've been in, or in our family situations, we're being told, or there's a way of doing things that's accepted. And this whole energy of this 9-9 portal is about doing things that are right for you, regardless of what any others may think. Now, for many of you, I do see with the 2 of Cups and the Lovers card that, embodying this portal of consciousness and finding balance in your truth and working your light and being this divine rebel, you're coming into alignment with a soulmate or a twin flame. But for others of you, you're just achieving this balance, okay, which has a profound effect on everybody that you're energetically linked to. And we have a number 9 coming out, 9 of Swords, overthinking. This is the end of a very difficult karmic cycle, and that's exactly what this 9-9 portal is bringing us. All right, let's go ahead and pull some additional messages here for the collective. Crown chakra. So we have this beautiful energy here of connecting to source energy. And with the moon, what I'm seeing here is that many of you guys are relying on your intuition, going within to find answers. Either somebody hasn't been completely honest with you, or they're people that you have been dealing with, friends or family, lovers, co-workers, society as a whole, that haven't been completely honest with you. And there's your higher self is sounding off and saying, you know, this doesn't really work for me. And so being connected to source energy is powerful and potent. It's also showing you that we're all connected, but it's also showing you, it's like, it's this energy of seeing beyond the 3D. And another number 7. I knew there was another number 7 coming out. There's a lot of illusion around us at this time in your current situation, relationship, family, society, you know, what to believe, whom to believe. And that's why the message here is so important, you guys, because we can either choose the path of the zombie, or we can choose to go within, be discerning, use critical thinking, and trust what we know to be true and what we feel to be true to navigate fog and confusion. The World card, beautiful. So the completion of a very difficult cycle, a huge awakening taking place. And we see that here with the Rider as well. The first steps, the simultaneous ending and simultaneous beginning of a brand new cycle. And yeah, look at that. Authority, upending an authority. And we see that with the Hierophant energy, whether that's what you've been told to believe, whether that's culture, family, traditions, your job, and whether it's a relationship. This is, you know, what I like about this, again, I feel like the title of this reading really is going to be the Sacred or the Divine Rebel, choosing to think for yourself, choosing to see beyond the 3D by connecting with your higher self, with source energy, to see through illusion, and to dethrone any sort of thought process or relationship or idea that's keeping you from working and shining your light. And in doing so, we get the 6 of Pentacles, you achieving balance, material and spiritual prosperity coming to you as a result, as taking steps, taking action towards your truth and your authenticity. The 6 of Pentacles is also what you've been asking for, what you've been looking for, has also been looking for you. And we see that there in the Lovers card, that loving embrace. It's happening, but it's happening within at a deep soul level first. So we see fogged in. So it's so funny because I was mentioning fog, illusion, and so Spirit's telling you to go slow. This is no ordinary journey. This is powerful. Vast vistas, expand your horizons. So you're seeing beyond the 3D. You're seeing beyond the matrix. You're seeing beyond what others want you to see. And like I said, it could relate to you within a particular relationship, within a family situation, a culture, a tradition, belief, a work situation, or, you know, society as a whole. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Absolutely. You're about to dethrone whatever it is that was holding you back from seeing your truth, or what is the right path for you, or what is going to bring you material and spiritual prosperity. And mystic healing energy flows through you. So you guys are definitely in this process of healing from whatever the 7 of Swords is, this deceit, healing from, you know, being in an energy of separateness rather than oneness. Many of you guys, you are stepping into your true soul's path and journey as healers. Many of you guys are learning to bring this Queen of Wands energy, this healing, channeling Mother Earth Gaia, and, you know, channeling source energy and from above into whatever it is you do. So it doesn't necessarily mean that all of you are, quitting your jobs and becoming Reikiists or acupuncturists, massage therapists, crystal healers, whatever it might be, aromatherapists. But what I'm seeing is that you're learning to integrate your special gifts and healing energy and work your light. If you are a stay-at-home mom, if you're a plumber, if you work at a grocery store, if you're an accountant, if you're a stripper, if you're, whatever it is you might do. And especially, and there are many of you out there that are taking up vocations or shifting careers that are more in alignment with being a light worker. But remember, being a light worker, you can have any role and do that. And I think a lot of you are getting really comfortable with that. You're seeing that clearly. You're seeing your own ability to heal yourselves and those around you. Okay? And we also see that your pathway is narrowing. So to tread thoughtfully. But when your pathway narrows, that means we become more sensitive. Our toleration for lower vibrational people, things, food, energies, and energy can be sounds, TV shows, colors, situations, relationships. This is definitely becoming more narrow as you become more sensitive. And I see that happening here very, very clearly. Okay, let's go ahead and see what messages come through. Additional messages, please, for the collective. And you know what they're showing me here? They're showing me, and I don't personally struggle with dyslexia, but they're showing me 9 and 6. And so they're showing me how everything is being flipped upside down. So it's really important to take a look at everything that you're hearing and seeing, thinking and believing, and make sure you see it from all different angles. Are we seeing 6s or are we seeing 9s? I love that. That was a funny little thing they just did there. I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. Yeah, I love that energy for you. But this is also forgiving yourself and forgiving others. It's not about passing the blame. It just is. It's about moving forward. It's forgiving yourself and others, but you have learned from these situations. Forge, don't follow. So here's that sacred rebel energy. Pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. Yeah, because many of you guys, whatever this authority is, if it's that tough parent within you, whether it was a relationship, a boss, like I said, a tradition, a belief, whatever it might be for you, you are upending it. You are the sacred rebel in this reading. You are forging a new path. We the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. So just confirmation that you are loved, you are nurtured as you move through this portal. You're moving into, as I was talking about with that 2 of Cups, an energy of deep love, compassion, and unity consciousness. And Messenger, Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. So many of you guys, you're working very closely with Sirius energy. And this portal, after, the Lion's Gate and after all the shifts that we've had and we've been through, is all about bringing harmony and balance. Okay, final messages, please, for the collective for this 9-9 portal. Advancement. A strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the stirrings of your heart. So exactly what the messages in this reading were saying, and exactly with that Chariot energy. We have blue flame here that wants to come out, and meditation. So some of you guys, if you identify as Starseeds, you may be, and that would be very sort of Sirian energy as well. You may be blue. All right, let's go ahead and see. Inner worlds, your external world is a reflection of your inner world. And I see that shifting for a lot of you. Observation. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. So exactly what I was seeing, many of you guys, you're seeing beyond the matrix, you're seeing beyond the 3D, beyond what you're being told either by this person, this group, or society as a whole. And trust in your ability to create the vision in your soul. So don't be afraid to forge this new path, because you may not know what it looks like, although at the soul level, you've already seen it. You've already envisioned it. You've already imagined it. And it's about harmony, balance, peace, love, and compassion. And it's the most beautiful thing I think that you have or will ever see. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave it there. Sending you lots of love and light. Take care.